Right. Good evening, Nitin and Sandhya.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Speak a little louder.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you. So we'll start in another minute or two. So kindly be patient, and all the other participants request you to be waiting. You're all on mute, as you have seen in the screen. So we'll start in another minute. Okay, so so for the people who have come for the first time for our webinars, let me introduce myself. My name is Stan Serrao. I'm the chairman and managing director of Velocity Life Sciences, Velocity Genetics. Can you all hear me? Am I audible? Can you put your thumbs up and then Okay, great. All right. So one of our intention is to keep all our team associates, team members, and everybody else who would like to enhance their quality of living. उनको सभी लोगों के लिए we actually are calling experts from different fields and having a conversation with him or having a chat with them or a presentation by them or a lecture by them. So all this is happening. So today, as you know, we actually are going to have a session on yoga, the benefits of yoga and how it's going to enhance our immune system and stress management, especially during the time of lockdown period. So I can see that, we actually do our seminar webinars at 8 o'clock every day. But today it's a Sunday, and then we actually decided to do at 5 o'clock because our trainers and experts today are also having a lot of other commitments. So 5 बजे संडे के दिन योगा सीखने के लिए ऑनलाइन में आना एक बहुत बड़ा साहस है अपने आप में. योगा का एक आसन है, तो ये सभी ये बड़ा आपने साहस किया है, तो इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, मुबारक हो. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. And before I get into the subjects, a couple of housekeeping announcements. If you want to be on a video, I would request you that you should be in a professionally dressed, because at the end of the day, it's a learning session. It's not a entertainment session. It's a learning session. Second, so I want you to be adequately dressed. I don't want you to be in blazers or jackets or professional, but be in a decent dress. It's not a very casual session. The second one is I want you to be stationed at one place, that you don't move, because the video will be on and the speakers also will be getting distracted. Apart from speakers, you're visible to everybody else. to know living. So you can also have a virtual background. So if you do not want to adhere to this, the best thing is to put your video off so that you can very quietly listen to the experts. But we cannot see you, but you can be a participant here. So to begin with, I'd like to play a small video, and then I'll get to introduce our speakers and the experts for today. So just hold on.
Hi, I'm Sandhya and I welcome you all for the New Age Yoga class. This video will brief you about what New Age Yoga is all about and what to expect in the class. We all have heard a story of work monster. He must be given work all the time or else he would kill the master. Unfortunately, we have invited a similar tragedy and it is lifestyle monster. We all have time shortage, performance pressure, very limited or no exercise or physical activity at all, and neck-to-neck competition. So what we need today is a strong, healthy body and fit, free, focused mind. New Age Yoga has been developed to create youthful, slim body and healthy mind. These results are fast. We have been teaching yoga over 15 years now and they are measurable. You will be able to measure it by your performance day by day and also sustainable because we have a support system by which you will be getting technique videos in your login and you can practice it on the days you don't come to the class. You will also be getting SMS support which will suggest you to do the asana or maybe go for a walk. And there are certain other messages which are related to mind and emotional management. So these are very small messages that will hardly cost you any time, but it has a very long-lasting and strong impact towards positive personality and stable, calm mind. These are all very much based on the yoga concepts suggested in Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. So the more you follow and practice these all, the more you benefit. So welcoming you to yoga once again. Happy New Age Yoga.
Yeah, okay. So that was a small introduction of New Age Yoga Institute. Well, of course, that's a pretty old, video of Sandhya. So it's not that they've been actually teaching yoga for the 15 years. It's been 25 years now. So today there are two experts, and they are a lovely couple. So I'm a little confused to introduce first. So ladies first. So let me introduce Sandhya. I've been knowing Sandhya for the last 20 years, and tab se maine dekha, she almost remains as fit as ever, and she's been practicing yoga. Or she's the first lady in India who's actually got certification from the Yoga Certification Board. So that's the distinction, and you can expect what quality of yoga information and the practical yoga she'll be, teaching all of us. So she heads. She's the founder and principal of New Age Yoga Institute, and she's also been co-authored a lot of books on yoga. And for the last 25 years, she operates from a place called Vile Parle in Mumbai, which is very close to the domestic airport. And she does a lot of yoga classes on using the technology even before the lockdown. And somebody who has adopted the technology, and then she has a lot of videos on YouTube. So that's Sandhya Patki for you. And Sandhya, warm welcome to you.
Hello, namaste everybody.
Yeah, and Nitin has been a very close friend of mine for the last 20 years. He's been my colleague. We have worked together in the corporate sector. He's he's done his IIT from IIT Madras, and he's also a management studies expert from Jamnalal Bajaj Mumbai, and he's the CEO of New Age Yoga Institute. And now we know why they call the better half. So Sandhya is the better half, and Nitin is the backbone of the whole entire commercial operations of New Age Yoga Institute. So both of them have been propagating the principles of yoga, benefits of yoga, much before yoga was accepted as in part of as a part of Ayush, and even before the United Nations declared June 21st as the International Yoga Day. So they are at their residence at Vile Parle, Mumbai now, and you probably could click on the link called Speakers View, so you'll be able to see them properly. And as our custom, मैं सभी से गुजारिश करूंगा कि you can wave your hands, and let's all welcome both Sandhya Patki and Nitin Patki. So
Thank you, Stan. Namo Namah to everybody.
All right, so that's all yours, Nitin. I'll be there at your service when you want me to share the videos. So please let me know, and a warm welcome to you once again.
Thank you, Stan.
Thanks a lot.
So Stan has been a good friend of mine for last 20 years. So speaking here is like speaking at home. Absolutely. So Namo Namah, and thanks for attending this.
Welcome everybody for this session on yoga, stress management and immunity improvement.
I can see a lot of familiar faces also here. Many of our teachers are here, Pratibha, Madhumita, Ramanjit ji, Sonal, and so many. Dilip is here. So thanks for coming, and thank you all the Velocity group members. At the outset, happy Akshaya Tritiya. This is one of the auspicious days, one of the 3.5 auspicious days, Muhurats. So I am very glad that we got a privilege and chance to speak to you all on this day. So happy Akshaya Tritiya to you all.
And this is a day, since it's a Muhurat day, you can begin any new venture. It's an ideal day. You don't have to see any Muhurat. You just start off.
I guess, I don't know, most of you must be yoga practitioners, but if you are not, there can't be any other day. Better than this one to start your practices. All right. So today is a subject on stress management and immunity with yoga. So I want a show of hands of anyone who has not experienced any stress in his life. Never. I'm waiting.
Faces.
I'm waiting. So all of you have experienced stress? Everyone?
Yes, everybody, yes.
Good. So you are human beings. Congratulations. So we're going to talk about stress a little bit, to understand stress, what exactly it is, from the yogic point of view, from medical point of view, from your body physiology point of view, from the psychological point of view, and then we'll be able to probably address it better. What is stress? Stress is a phenomena which occurs in your body and your mind as a response to a challenging situation or event which is happening outside. I'll repeat. Stress is a response by your body and your mind to any challenging situation or event which is happening outside. Now, this is such a such a very common
Actually,
definition.
it becomes challenging because at that point you feel that I am probably not able to do it. Somewhere you feel incapacitated to handle it. That's why probably it becomes stressful.
तो स्ट्रेस किससे हो सकता है? कौन सी चीज से हो सकता है? आज बहुत गर्मी है, आपके यहाँ है क्या? गर्मी है तो स्ट्रेस हो सकता है? वेरी मच. ज्यादा गर्मी से स्ट्रेस हो गया. ओके. आज दोपहर को संडे को उठ के 5 बजे कोई दो आने वाले हैं और स्ट्रेस के ऊपर बात करने वाले, उस चीज से भी स्ट्रेस हो सकता है.
And Stan is insisting, dress well, sit upright, idhar ghumna nahi. That also becomes a stress.
Obviously, that is also a stressful situation. Yeah, people are looking at the screen and कहीं मैं ठीक दिख रहा हूँ कि नहीं, presentable हूँ कि नहीं, सब लोग मुझे देख रहे हैं. So that also could be a matter of stress. Of course, there are many other more serious things like ill health, your own ill health of a member of your family. आजकल जो वातावरण है, COVID-19 disease, that also can lead to stress. There can be other things like target to be achieved at office, or your ill finance, wrong.
Uncertainty. Right now, yes. It is uncertainty. When will I be starting working? When this lockdown will stop? When will I resume my financial activities? So yes, it becomes burden.
Yeah, Sandhya, can you tell me, but is the stress same for all the people?
No.
Is it that unpreparedness, or everybody must be in the same situation, but not everyone gets stress, right?
Yeah, everybody wouldn't get stress. It's like this. If I am going through the similar situation over and over again, like now, just now I said finance. So a person who is somehow managing with limited resources anyways, for him it is not a stress. But for someone who's already having a servant every day coming home, and every day there is a work happening, and suddenly you find that all my resources are getting challenged, then in that case there will be a stress, because then person is not equipped, feels unequipped to handle.
That's right. तो हर रोज अगर रोना है तो आज किस बात का रोना है? So हर रोज का अगर रोना है तो आज रोने की बात नहीं है, स्ट्रेस तो हर रोज ही होता है. So it's like this, it depends on two things. One is familiarity with the situation. If you are used to the heat outside, or if you are used to office stress, हर रोज आके बॉस आपको नया टारगेट देता है, बॉस को के सामने आपको घबराना है, बाहर आके कूल रहना है ना, ये अगर सिचुएशन तो आपको स्ट्रेस नहीं होता है. So if it is a familiar situation, it is not going to cause stress to you. However, if it's an unfamiliar situation, it is the first day in the office, या suddenly आज मुंबई में 45 डिग्रीज हो गया, नागपुर वालों को तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मुंबई में हो गया, नासिक में तो किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन मुंबई में हो गया तो then it's a big stress. So unfamiliar situation which you have not experienced earlier is going to be a stress. Secondly, if you are not equipped, चलो ठीक है आज गर्मी है, लेकिन आपका एसी बंद पड़ गया, आपके घर में फैन नहीं चल रहा है, अब suddenly I'm speaking to you on this webinar and suddenly my laptop comes off, क्या होगा? If I am not equipped with another backup facility, I am going to be in stress for sure. Yeah. So familiarity and being equipped with the tools to handle the stress, these are the two things which will define how much stress you are taking. Okay. So Sandhya, what do you think? What are the responses which body gives if you are facing stress? अगर stress हो गया तो कैसे मालूम कैसे पड़ता है? अभी जो लोग हमेशा stress हर रोज experience करते हैं, उनको पता तो चलना चाहिए कि भाई ये stress है.
You get agitated at every drop of a hat. You get into argument with your friend, with your fellow beings. Your heart rate increases. You sweat. There is a tremor in your body. बार बार पानी पीने को जी करता है, उठक बैठक कर रहे होते हैं, you just move up and down, you're restless. So all these are indications of you're not in your inner harmony and you're stressed.
Yeah, and if you have to talk a little medically, then you can say that the blood flow starts flowing more towards the extremities. The digestion is poor because there is less blood flow in your stomach. Your bowels, the muscles which are controlling your bowels become loose. Then there is pupils are dilating.
See, these kind of symptoms happen, these physiological changes happen because by stress, the body is working on a flight or fight situation.
Absolutely
So
right.
as a result, all these biological changes are required in the body so that you can run away from the situation.
Exactly. So when there is stress, if you perceive stress, then the automatic reaction in the body is you have to fight the situation or flight or run away from the situation. And if you have to do that, your body has to be ready. So the extremities will get more energy.
Blood supply, more energy.
Your senses will become more alert.
Heart will be beating faster, so respiration is more. Everything is lungs are. You are breathing faster. Heartbeat, everything change. Pupils dilate, so that you are able to see clearly. All these changes are helping you to get active. So whether it is running or facing, you have to be on your toes.
So is all stress negative? Is every stress negative? Can you say that?
No, all the stress is not negative. So when the stress is not negative, it is a positive. So it is kind of giving you a motivation to move forward. So that is a positive stress.
Yeah. So eustress is a positive stress. When do you experience that? When you watch an exciting movie, of cricket match,
Sports activity.
yeah.
Or a competitive, working in competitive spirit.
Yeah. Or if you have an exam, you need to prepare, you will get a positive stress. So when that becomes too much, when that positive stress becomes too much, goes over, तो उसका बन जाता है distress.
Will become negative stress.
Yeah.
Distress, yes.
So ऐसा नहीं है कि stress बिल्कुल ही खराब है. थोड़ा बहुत stress आपको जितना आप सह सकते हैं, positive stress is required for you to prepare yourself for the event. Okay. तो ये stress मैंने जैसे बताया आपको कि the body prepares the reaction or mind also is reacting to this external situation. Now what inside your body is preparing that? Which is the physiological system? I'm going into a little physiology because you need to understand that. Then we will be able to control it better.
Yeah, and in Velocity, they are working on wellness. So
absolutely.
It will be making sense if we go into that.
So there is the nervous system and your endocrinal, that means your glands, which are working towards this stress.
Hormones is a common term everybody knows. So body
Yes.
is secreting certain hormones.
And there is a nervous system. तो अपने nervous system में हम लोग हाथ पैर हिलाते हैं, जो voluntary activity करते हैं, वो छोड़ के there is an involuntary activity करने वाला autonomous nervous system. Okay, so your digestion happening, your heart is beating automatically. So you don't need to do anything. Food is digested. So you don't need to do anything for that. It happens automatically. So within that autonomous nervous system, there is one sympathetic nervous system and there is one parasympathetic nervous system. तो ये sympathetic nervous system जो है वो आपको activity कराता है. It makes you more dynamic. It creates more tension. It creates more energy. It makes you work. And the parasympathetic nervous system will make you settle down. Will make you peaceful. Your digestive functions, your other functions, whatever excretory functions, those will function better when your parasympathetic nervous system is in control. So, which nervous system is in control when you are in stress?
Sympathetic is working.
Absolutely right. Sympathetic nervous system is working. And which is the okay? So this within the nervous system, your sympathetic nervous system
is like your accelerator.
Absolutely,
it is going.
And in the endocrinal system, there are two caps over your kidneys, which are called as adrenal glands. They are secreting hormones like cortisol, which will develop stress in your body. So whenever you are having this situation, which is more challenging, dangerous, perceived situation, this cortisol is going to occur, and there are other hormones which will be secreted, and all these reactions which we talked about, they will be generated. Okay, so obviously now when we talked about this, some people get stress, some people don't get stress, right? So what is it that helps you increase your stress taking capacity? Now we come to yoga. Okay, so yoga is the tool. It is a preparation which makes you handle more stress. So you will must have seen people who in high stress situations also, they are very cool. They are very composed, and they are able to handle the situation. Their mind is calm and they are able to take intelligent decisions in balance. So yoga is samatvam yoga uchyate, which means you have to be in balance in every situation. That is what yoga is going to do, and that is going to help you, and that is the tool which is going to help you in handling the stress. Okay. So Sanjay, what in yoga will help you in stress? What
Yoga,
exactly?
basically, yoga is a lifestyle. It's the way you lead your life. It's the way you adjust your life with. So yoga is a philosophy. Yoga is a practical way of living, and because of which you are having, it's like an inbuilt mechanism that your stress handling capacity is naturally getting better. Just say now, when you opened the topic, you said we discussed about having a capacity to handle stress. So in yoga is helping you to work on your mind, internal mental strength of a person. So when that inner strength is there, whatever challenge is coming, I look at that challenge maybe as an opportunity. I look at the challenge not as a shock. Rather, I accept that situation and look wisely what I can do and get out of it. That is what yoga is making our mind get ready for accepting the challenge. So that is what is happening in yoga.
So I don't have a earphone here, so I don't know.
I think I'll switch off this fan on top.
So there are two situations in which yoga will help you. One, when you are stressed already, what do you do? You are already under stress, so what do you do? And second is, you want to develop the stress handling capacity. So in this situation also, what can you do? So in when you are already stressed,
improving your stress handling capacity, see, there are two situations. One, the person is in stress and then goes to do yoga, or some person who's already doing yoga. So now let us, for this forum, we take that we are people talking to everyone who is now after reaching in a stressful situation, are moving towards yoga for solution. So in such condition, first of all, I have to learn to accept my stress, that this is the situation I am in. And I'm sure I must welcome everybody on this point because you have already accepted it. That is why we are logged on for this session also on yoga on stress management. So certainly that first starting step is already taken. So now we have to come to an action plan. So in yoga, it's not all theory or uh, talk or philosophy only. Yoga is 100% practical way. So basic first thing is, when there is a stress, what happens is there is subconscious, there is a spasm. So my joints are rigid, my movements are rigid, my body is shrinking. So I need to open up and stretch and extend myself physically. So the best thing you would start is just doing some sukshma vyayam, or the simple joint movements which help to create nice mobility in the joint. And when the joint is mobile, my movement, my freedom to move improves. So that is the starting point.
I'm sure you are going to mention a lot of techniques over here.
Yes.
And just because our guests, they have heard the technique, they should not right away go and start doing it. They
No,
have to,
not at all. You certainly have to learn the techniques from the expert yoga teacher in your nearby locality. Join a yoga class
and look for
Learn
a
it from
certified
the
teacher who is certified by the government, because I think government has got a very good syllabus for training people.
Yes.
Only those who are trained under this syllabus, you should be
You
learning
should be
from them.
approaching such teachers. Correct.
So what other thing do you think apart from Sukshma
So
Vyayam?
Sukshma Vyayam will be addressing respective joints in the body, starting from your neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Like these are the simple joint. Spine, our entire spinal column, each vertebra is a joint. Hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, all the joints, because that is where my mobility comes from. So that is the first thing I will work on. That is number one. Then asana, because normally when we join a yoga class, we definitely want to learn more about the asana. So by the very word asana, asana means a posture which is a steady and comfortable. There is a yoga sutra which calls it as Sthira Sukham Asana. Hmm? I don't want to load you heavily with different sutras, but at least one simple sutra which is not so complicated, Sthira Sukham Asana, very simple thing. It's better to know.
So what exactly you are trying to say is asana is not exercise. Asana is not a physical exercise where you are trying to develop the muscles. It is
exercise means movement, and for a person who is already stressed, his body is overworked mentally, emotionally. So for him, he needs to settle down and relax. So when you are doing asana, you are actually helping your body to become sthira, stable and comfortable. So that is why asana is important against exercising.
Which asanas do you recommend? Which type of asanas do you recommend?
Let us take a consider a case where you are heavily into a stress. So the best ideal way would be sleeping, supine movement. Yeah. So lying down postures like Yastikasan, Pavan Muktasan, these will be the sleeping asan. Then, if you are little better, let's assume that we are not so worse. So for you and me, what ideally you should look for is a development of a whole spine movement. So our spinal column can be stretched up. You can bend forward. I'm showing my hand here. So assuming this is my spine, I need to stretch and lengthen my spine. I need to bend forward. I need to bend backward. I need to twist my body, and I will need to create a lateral bend. So these are different bends that are possible on my spine or to my spine. And am I exercising my spine? Am I utilizing all these moves of the spine? So if you start using these moves, there will be good improvement. That will be a nice first step to start with.
Yeah. And for a person who is already in stress, there are very quick things like Shavasana or Makarasan, which is a conscious relaxation. Shavasana is the corpse pose, Makarasan is the crocodile pose.
Yeah.
So these are very good conscious relaxation poses. After that, abdominal breathing is a very good technique.
Conscious relaxation poses, the beauty of these postures is your body is on the ground. So your body weight is evenly distributed in a maximum surface, and the heart doesn't have to pump the blood against gravity. Since you are sleeping on the floor, everything is rested. So heart naturally comes to your at rest quickly just by that lying down posture. So that is it. Normally, for a stress, you may just sleep. That sleep is different, and Shavasana is different. Yeah.
Abdominal breathing is something which I highly recommend because that works on for a person who's under stress. Breath awareness, watching your breath for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is very good technique. You can learn that from any yoga teacher.
You can do it just right now also. Just as you are seated here, keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Let's do it for 1 minute, everybody. Keep your eyes closed, sitting tall, upright in your seats. It's okay even if you are seated on the chair. And just be present to the breathing that is occurring. Have a feeling of gratitude towards this system which is working for you right from your birth or even before your birth. Breathing in air, oxygen, vitality, and breathing out toxins, carbon dioxide, negativity. Just witness this for a moment and slowly open your eyes.
Yes, quite relaxing.
Yeah, it's
Instantly. Yeah,
instant. I say now, de-stress now. That is it.
Apart from that, there are some specific techniques like Kapalbhati is there, Om chanting is there. Then these are for immediately working on your stress.
See what when you're doing Om chanting or it's like a extended breathing out. So even if you're doing a humming, the deep long exhalation will bring your abdominals inwards. Just do humming with me. Everybody sitting tall, inhale and just do. It fades away, and again one more inhale, one more humming. Wonderful. You have your own capacity to create your own music, your own humming, and it is so relaxing.
Yeah. And of course, any kind of meditation. I have shared certain links with Stan for sharing with you certain meditations, some guided meditations that will really help in handling the stress when you are in stress. Yeah. Stan, you can send that one of the. Okay. Now this is a Yoga Nidra.
Sat Hari Om.
Now this I am talking about Yoga Nidra.
Adjust your
little long-term preparation for handling
your
stress.
position so that you can practice Yoga Nidra without moving and with no physical discomfort.
Okay, Stan, I think that's enough.
Close your eyes.
30-minute audio. Stan will be sharing this link with all of you. So later on, you can refer to this link and do along. Yeah.
Now, this is especially for those people who have been experiencing stress often or continuously. There are some people, stress is supposed to be it's a support tool which has been given to your body to protect yourself. But if you get stressed every minute by something or other in a work situation or a home situation, then these bad chemicals and then this sympathetic nervous system which I talked about earlier, it is going to harm your system. And that is what exactly happens when you get into the lifestyle diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, or arthritis, or asthma, or PCOD, or whatever. These are all the recent diseases which we see. This, for such people, the Yoga Nidra is a very good tool. Once in a day, 30 minutes, you rest, your system settles down, it will work very well. Apart from that, there is one more Antar Maun technique which you can learn from your teacher. You can write down Antar Maun. And if you can practice a 15 minutes meditation every day in the morning when you wake up, that is going to really work very positively on your stress and reverse your lifestyle diseases. They are not your companions, they are unwanted, and you can get rid of those people, those things from your life. So to get away, you can practice these things. And what would you talk?
Pranayam.
Yeah, pranayam. What would you talk about AV?
AV is
हिंदी में बात करें.
आहार, विहार, आचार और विचार. AV. मेरा आहार यानी कि मेरा डाइट, भोजन. आई एम श्योर आपने कल ही आयुर्वेदिक लेक्चर आपने सुना है, तो उसमें काफी सारा डाइट के ऊपर उन्होंने आपको जानकारी दी है. So that is about diet. And मेरे हिसाब से एक डाइट का रूल है, सिंपल रूल. जब मैं खाना खाने बैठ रहा हूँ और बैठ रही हूँ, अच्छे से पहले तो खा लेना चाहिए. अच्छा खाने के बाद मेरा पेट तो भर गया, मेरा मन नहीं भरा है, इसलिए मैं जो खा रहा हूँ वो गलत है, उसको जाने दो, क्योंकि वहीं से अपना पेट बिगड़ने का कार्यक्रम शुरू होता है. सो दैट इज अ सिंपल वर्ड. एंड उसके लिए योग में शब्द है मिताहार. सो मित यानी कि कम खाना चाहिए, बहुत ज्यादा भर चढ़ के पेट भर के नहीं खाना है, सावकाश खाना है.
So that is going to create stress to your body, physical stress to your body if you eat more than what is required.
Yes.
So moderation is
Moderation and digestible food, easily digestible food you should be consuming. It has to be balanced and
at proper time.
Yes, that's all. I think that is the basic I could share about.
And that is
it.
at the right time.
Yes.
Next is
Ahara Vihara. Vihara is a movement, recreation, free time. So what do I do in my free time? Just look at a small child. When he is given a free time, what is he doing? He's playing. And when do we play? And what kind of games we play? We are still on the mobile doing the games. The play, the sport has to be physical, run, get active, physically movement hona chahiye. So that is one thing. So Vihara in yoga is working on the elements, getting close to the 5 elements. Just think about it. आप आपकी बिल्डिंग में टेरेस में ऊपर जाते हो, खुली हवा देख के आपको आनंद लगता है. आप दरिया किनारे जाते हो, पानी को देखते, दरिया को देख को आपको आनंद लगता है. When we go on a holiday, do we go to a crowded city place or we go to a scenic, natural, beautiful place? That means we want to connect with the nature. So the more I am able to connect with the nature, I am having a better vihar in my life. So that is the vihara. So for us, the vihar in our city life is the vihar of just water the plants. That itself is a very good way of connecting to the nature. So in little actions, wherever you are, support, help another person. उसके लिए कहीं बाहर या श्रमदान करने के लिए जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. अपने घर में ही अपने फैमिली मेंबर का भी अगर आप हाथ बटा पाओगे, that is all recreation, because you are connecting with that another person. Nature is everywhere.
In this time of lockdown, the best recreation is board games, card games. Play at least half an hour card games in your
रम्मी खेलो, घर में
family members के साथ में.
या पत्ता खेलो, लूडो खेलो, चेस खेलो. So many options are there.
हाँ जी. अच्छा, दूसरा है,
और दूसरा है ना, जब हम पत्ते खेलते हैं ना तो एक दूसरे को गाली भी देते हैं. तो उसमें क्या है, अपना वो ऑटोमेटिकली जो निगेटिव है वो ऐसे ही बाहर खेलते खेलते निकल के आ जाता है. सो माइंड एकदम फ्री हो जाता है, धुल जाता है. आहार विहार, आचार इज रूटीन्स, हैविंग वेल प्लान्ड प्रॉपर रूटीन्स. मेरा कब उठना है, कब क्या करना है, एक उसका एक स्ट्रक्चर चाहिए. सो आहार विहार, आचार एंड विचार, having positive thoughts, right thoughts, appropriate thoughts. You want to add anything?
I want to add in achar only.
Okay.
achar बनाना है मुझे पहले.
कर लो.
See, achar means your structure of the day. अब ये सब आप सीखेंगे जो योग में, अगर आपने योग के मार्ग में अगर आप लग गए तो आचार में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. जैसे सुबह उठ के आपने जीवामूल शोधन किया, ये सब नाम आपको अभी नए लगेंगे, लेकिन जब आप योग के मार्ग में आ जाएंगे, अच्छे टीचर के पास सीखेंगे तो ये सारा आपको पता चले. जैसा जीवामूल शोधन करना है, त्राटक करना है सुबह, फिर आपको
त्राटक यानी कि कैंडल गेजिंग, क्योंकि सभी लोग योग को इंट्रोड्यूस किया हुआ नहीं है. त्राटक यानी कि कैंडल जलाना है, उस ज्योति के दीप को आपको देखते रहना.
सबको पता होता है सारी चीजें, जल्दी तो सबको पता है.
हाँ.
नेजल क्लींजिंग, लर्न दैट प्रॉपरली, मेक इट as a way of your life. You will be away from all diseases arising out of stress. Once in a fortnight, you can do Vaman Dhauti, that is Sumjal Kriya, vomiting out water, drinking 6 glasses of water and vomiting. Don't do it right away, learn it properly. So these are certain things which you have to incorporate in your day. Do 45 minutes or 1 hour asana every day, different asanas, do pranayams. You do learn proper pranayams like Nadi Shodhan is the specific pranayam which you should learn to handle stress and to keep the stress away from you for a long time. Then practice Ujjayi Pranayam, Bhramari Pranayam. These are all tranquilizing pranayams. They will help you. Ujjayi is there, Bhramari is there. Then daily once you can practice, or alternate day at least you can practice Yoga Nidra half an hour. बहुत कम लगता है टाइम, लेकिन उससे लाभ काफी ज्यादा हो जाता है. तो ये सारी चीजें हैं. कॉन्शियस रिलैक्सेशन, अगर आप ऑफिस जाते तो ऑफिस से आने के बाद में देयर कैन बी थिंग्स लाइक सिंपल शवासन, और इट कुड बी अ सिंपल निस्पंद भाव करके एक टेक्निक है, वो आप कर सकते हैं, जिससे आपका सिस्टम कूल डाउन हो जाएगा. यू आर फ्रेश अगेन टू एंजॉय योर इवनिंग. ओके, तो आफ्टर lunch, after dinner, sitting in Vajrasan, after just before sleeping, doing your Nadi Shodhan again, or doing a technique which is called as reflection. तो ये मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि ये सारी चीजें जो है वो आपके लाइफ में धीरे धीरे अगर लाएंगे, योगिक लाइफस्टाइल बनाएंगे, तो आपका capacity to handle stress will expand. It will increase extremely well. So that is what about the Ahar, Vihar, Achar, Vichar. Vichar is positive thoughts. You can feed yourself. Thoughts. You can feed yourself with good thoughts, books, self-development books. I'm sure Stan is sharing with a lot of positive books. He's fond of them. I know that. But or if you can read some scriptures, Bhagavad Gita is there, Jnaneshwari is there, or
self-help books,
whatever. So good thoughts have to be going inside every day. So positive thoughts have to be going on every day into your system.
Because जो आपका thought है वही आपका eventually character वही बनने वाला है. इसलिए thoughts तो जाने ही जाने.
And now after talking so much about stress, is immunity anything different? Immunity यही है. ये जब सब आप करेंगे, according to what is the meaning of immunity? Immunity is your capacity of your body to heal itself. ये सब आप करेंगे तो अपने आप आपकी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ने वाली है. इम्यूनिटी का कोई गोली नहीं है, इम्यूनिटी का कोई आसन नहीं है,
अंदर से आती है. इवन जो डॉक्टर लोग हैं वो भी जब भी हमको दवाई देते हैं वो बोलते हैं हम लोग दवा देते हैं मगर आपका इलाज करने वाला दूसरा है, और वो भगवान के प्रति इशारा करते हैं. और एज अ योगा स्टूडेंट हम अपने प्रति ही इशारा करेंगे कि मैंने मेरी अंदर से इंट्रिंसिक हेल्थ को अच्छा ऐसे बनाना है, तंदुरुस्त ऐसे बनाना है जिससे मुझे कोई भी इन्फेक्टिंग माइक्रोब्स आ जाता है, मेरे ऊपर अटैक करता है, मैं ऐसे सशस्त्र बन पाऊं कि वो अटैक को मैं अपने आप को शील्ड करूं उससे और मैं सेफ रहूं. दैट इज वन लेवल. एंड सेकेंड लेवल, अगर मुझे कोई इन्फेक्शन हो भी जाता है अनफॉर्चुनेटली, आई गेट आउट ऑफ इट फास्टर. मैं उससे जल्दी से जल्दी बाहर निकल पाऊं, निपट पाऊं. सो बोथ द थिंग्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट इन इम्यूनिटी.
तो ये इम्यूनिटी के लिए एक हम लोग प्रैक्टिकल करते हैं. समथिंग विच यू कैन डू ट्वाइस इन अ डे एटलीस्ट इज नाड़ी शोधन प्राणायाम.
ओके, लेट्स गो.
तो नाड़ी शोधन प्राणायाम हम लोग प्रैक्टिकली सभी लोग करेंगे. तो लेट अस हैव अ प्रैक्टिकल इन दिस थिंग. Sit in whichever position you are sitting, but with your back straight. Drop your shoulders. Keep your palms on the knees. Join the thumb and the index fingertips, and the other three fingers are straight. This is called as Jnana Mudra. Pull your neck up and take your chin a little inwards. Feel your breath. Feel the easy breath. And now you can take a Nasika Mudra. Sandhya, can you show that? Nasika Mudra is with your right hand thumb, close your right nostril, and with your ring finger, close your left nostril, and the middle two fingers, the second finger and the middle finger, is straight up touching the center of the forehead. Now open the left nostril with the ring finger and slowly breathe in. Very slow, gentle, long, conscious breath in. Now close the left nostril and open the right nostril, and very controlled, slow breathing out consciously, smoothly. Now breathe in from the right slowly, consciously, in a controlled manner. Don't lose your concentration on the breath. Mind is fixed on the breath. And open your left nostril and breathe out slowly, controlled manner, smooth breath out. Do this for 2 more times. But see to it that your mind is completely absorbed in this activity on the breath. Breathe in from left, breathe out from right. Breathe in from right and breathe out from left. Again, breathe in from left. Breathe out from right slowly. Breathe in from right. Breathe out from left. Great. Keep your eyes closed for some time. Yes.
So this is called as a नाड़ी शोधन. The very name, ये नाड़ी शोधन. नाड़ी यानी कि हमारे शरीर में जो प्राणिक चैनल्स है, प्राण यानी कि प्राण शक्ति मूवमेंट वाला नाड़ी, और उसका शोधन यानी कि शुद्धि.
I want to know from you, what is the feeling? The feeling is of silence, tranquility, or is it of getting excited and feeling like doing something? If it is silence, please raise your hand up. अगर साइलेंस का है, कामनेस है, तो आपका हाथ ऊपर करें. So this silence you have to experience. You have to experience this silence at least twice in a day. Just now you did 3 rounds. Do at least 10 rounds of simple equal breathing from left to right, right to left. Okay, that's a starting step, you can say, for any kind of pranayam. Further pranayams like गर्मी में आपको शीतली प्राणायाम करना है. वुड यू लाइक टू डू अ शीतली प्राणायाम? अगर आप एसी में बैठे नहीं है, गर्मी एक्सपीरियंस महसूस कर रहे हैं, तो
close so that you can see me doing it. In Shitali Pranayam, you roll your tongue like this or like this, vertical or horizontal, whichever way works best with you. So I'll show it in a vertical manner. So here you do it. You can explain the technique.
Okay, roll your tongue, make your tongue wet. Breathe in air from the mouth. Long breath, slow in, and breathe out from the nose. Breathing out from the nose. Okay, Zubin, you can roll it. Zubin can roll the tongue in this way, if not in this way.
Some people cannot do it vertical.
You can do it this way.
You just do it. I'll show you the other way. Like this. So now you have an opening from 2 sides where you can inhale. Breathing out from the nose. It is a very instant cooling pranayam. Do it. Let's do all.
Do at least 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. Do it. Do along. शीतली प्राणायाम करने से जिनको एसिडिटी की तकलीफ है, एसिडिटी कम हो जाती है, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर है, वो भी कर सकते हैं. उनका भी बीपी का कम होने में राहत मिलेगी. मगर जिनको बहुत ज्यादा सर्दी वगैरह होती है, कोल्ड कॉफ टाइप के, उनको नहीं करना है. कॉन्स्टिपेटिव टेंडेंसी हो तो उनके लिए शीतली प्राणायाम कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी होता है या कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेटिव. पाचन शक्ति सुधारती है, रात को नींद नहीं आती उनको भी सोने के पहले शीतली प्राणायाम करना है और आपकी नींद भी अच्छी आएगी। जब हम इम्यूनिटी की बात करते हैं तो हमको क्या ध्यान में रखना है कि मेरा डाइजेशन सुधरना चाहिए, मुझे भूख अच्छे से लगना चाहिए, मेरा श्वसन अच्छे से होना चाहिए और मेरा बॉडी में सर्कुलेशन अच्छे से होना चाहिए। ये मेरे बिल्कुल इंटरनल फंक्शंस है बॉडी के, ये सारे के सारे मेरे सुधरने चाहिए, फिर मेरा इम्यूनिटी है। एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज माय नर्वस सिस्टम which is my reflexes to the external world and reflexes within my body when the body wants to adjust and cope up with the external world. तो ये मेरे सारी जो सिस्टम्स है वो अच्छी तरह से कार्यरत होनी चाहिए। That is homeostasis. So I didn't want to use the technical term. Let me talk something which is practical. तो ये हम लोग जैसे प्राणायाम किए हैं तो इससे मेरा इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाएगा, मेरे बॉडी का इंटरनल बैलेंस बढ़ेगा। That is what नाड़ी शोधन is doing. That is what शीतली is doing. जब भी मैं व्यायाम कर रहा हूँ आसन के जरिए, तो आसन जब मैं करता हूँ तो मुझे कौन से आसन लेने चाहिए जहाँ पे मेरा फॉरवर्ड बेंडिंग अच्छी से हो सकता है। So that will give a good abdominal compression. That will help. रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम अच्छी करनी है तो मुझे बैकवर्ड बेंड करना चाहिए। चलो हम अभी बैठे बैठे करते हैं। आप जैसे मैंने अभी हाथ ऐसे पकड़े हैं, आप ऐसे पीछे पकड़ लो अपने हाथ, सब लोग। ओके, जहां आप बैठे हो वैसे ही बैठे हो, ऐसे हाथ पकड़ लो पीछे बस। अभी लंबा एक्सहेल कर लो जगह पे ही। अब सांस भरना शुरू करो। इनहेल, सांस भरते भरते सीना तानने दो, चेहरा ऊपर आने दो, चिन गोज बैक, नाइस बैकवर्ड बेंड। एक्सहेल करना शुरू करो, पेट अंदर सिकुड़ के अंदर आएगा। एक्सहेल करते करते ऑटोमेटिक रिवर्स रिटर्न आ जाओगे। राइट, लेट्स डू इट अगेन। इनहेल, as your system, as you expand, lung expands, fellow, chin भी ऊपर जाने दो, nice backward arch। एक्सहेल जैसे शुरू करोगे पेट सिकुड़ के अंदर आएगा नाभि से, and it is pulling you, restoring you back to the position। वेरी नाइस ग्रेजुअल। तो अभी हम लोग क्या किया, श्वसन को भी जोड़ लिया और बॉडी की मूवमेंट को भी जोड़ लिया। दैट इज द यूनियन, दैट इज द यूनियन इज योग, योग इज मिलाप। तो हमने श्वसन के जरिए मेरा बॉडी माइंड का एक, अभी कुछ बाहर का दूसरा कुछ थॉट आया था क्या बीच में? यू आर जस्ट फोकस्ड ऑन द वे यू आर डूइंग इट एंड रिटर्निंग। सो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, यू आर हेल्पिंग योरसेल्फ टू गेट इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट। उस क्षण में, वर्तमान में आप जीना सीख रहे हैं थ्रू योगा, और यही तो हमारा इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाएगा और यही हमारा स्ट्रेस भी निकालेगा।
After all, body knows how to be in and how to heal itself. Only thing through things like yogic exercises, yogic asana is there, pranayam is there, meditation is there. What you are doing is you are removing all the covering and you are allowing your Swarupa to control yourself. It is not your mind which is controlling, it is not your body which is controlling, it is your inner being which is controlling. And when that is controlling, there is balance, and that balance will heal your body automatically. Now that is called as Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. You must have read that in the Bhagavad Gita. Now apart from that, your mental balance is also required. So there are pranayams which will help you. There are meditations which will help you. I have given certain meditations like thought meditation is there. Stan can share that link later on to you. So that will help you balance your mind and keep your focus on breath. And keeping your focus on breath will remove the extraneous thoughts. Okay, Stan, I think you can share that later on.
Later, बाद में share करना Stan।
Okay, ट्रेलर दिखा रहा है, Stan दिखाओ।
Which I prefer to call as check. Sit in a comfortable position, either on your chair or cross-leg on ground or wherever you are, so that your spine is erect, shoulders are down, and head is held high. Drop your hands, rest them on your knees, and you may assume.
आगे करना तो मालूम रहिए.
I mean, they will get an idea. They can refer to this. एक मेन इम्पोर्टेंट मेंटल बैलेंस में ये है कि आई शुड बी एबल टू सरेंडर, लेट गो. हर चीज को अपने हाथ में लेने का जरूरत नहीं है. हमारा बर्थ भी हमने तय नहीं किया था, वो हो गया तो बॉर्न हो गए. हर सिचुएशन हमारे लाइफ में जो आती है, कुछ मैंने प्लान की होती है, कुछ नेचर ने प्लान की होती है, और मैंने जो प्लान की है वो एग्जैक्ट वैसे के वैसे जाती भी नहीं है. उसमें भी कुछ एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स आ ही जाते हैं. तो फिर जब देर इज सो मच ऑफ एक्सटर्नल फोर्स विच इज ऑलरेडी गाइडिंग मी, तो हर चीज को मेरे हाथ में पकड़ने का जो क्या बोलते हैं रिजिडिटी है ना, उसको त्यागना है. तो दैट इज वेयर योगा टॉक्स अबाउट ईश्वर प्रणिधान, सरेंडरिंग एंड लेटिंग गो. ये भी आएगा तो भी अपना काफी हद तक लाइफ सुधर सकता है.
And we are talking about immunity. Now, last point is in these times of pandemic, COVID-19, especially related with the respiratory tract or the upper respiratory tract. What are the techniques which you should be doing, you can do to keep yourself away from this disease? One is Jalneti, second is Kapal Randra Dhauti. Can you do Kapal Randra Dhauti?
कपाल रंध्र धोती, वेरी नाइस टेक्निक. आप सब लोग अपना राइट अंगूठा ले लो और अपने फोरहेड पे दबाओ और रिलीज करो, मगर अंगूठा का टच बनाए रखना. डोंट डिस्कनेक्ट द अंगूठा फ्रॉम योर फोरहेड. यू कैन सी माइन. ऐसा दबाओ रिलीज. आंख बंद रखना है सबने. चलो, लेट्स डू इट 5 times with your eyes closed. Go on giving more and more pressure. दबाओ, बढ़ाओ. ग्रेजुअली रिलीज कर लो. आंखों को बंद ही रखना है. फिर से दबाओ, प्रेस, ग्रेजुअली रिलीज. और एक बार कर लो. धीरे धीरे प्रेशर बढ़ाना, धीरे धीरे उसको घटाना. ये हमारे फ्रंटल साइनसिस कॉर्टिकल रीजन ब्रेन पे काम कर रहा है. इससे बहुत राहत मिलती है. इससे म्यूकस जो कफ का दोष है उसका निवारण हो जाता है. क्लियर थिंकिंग, क्लैरवॉयंस जैसे बोलते हैं, वो इसका लाभ होता है. अभी हमने यहाँ पे 5 बार किया है. आप जब अपने आप करोगे ना, उसको 15 बार करो, अच्छे से करो. You can actually feel that. Then you can massage around your eyes. See, you can look at me. Massaging around your eyes. ऐसा गोल घुमाओ, ऐसा. तो ऐसा करने से क्या हो रहा है? हम देखो, अभी करो, मैं सुनते सुनते मेरे साथ में करो.
Only in one direction.
एक ही डायरेक्शन में. देखो मैं जैसे कर रही हूँ. It is giving nice blood circulation. देखो अपना आईब्रोज के ऊपर, टेम्पल्स, चीक बोन्स के यहाँ से ऐसा गोल करेंगे. There are so many nerve ending sensitive points, मर्म स्थान जिसको बोलते हैं. ये सबको हम स्टिम्युलेट कर रहे हैं. साइनस एरिया जो है हमारा, उसको यहाँ पे ब्लड सर्कुलेशन को उद्युक्त कर रहे हैं. उसके कारण ज्यादा ब्लड सर्कुलेशन होगा तो टॉक्सिन्स बाहर फेंकने की क्रिया फास्ट हो जाएगा.
Great. You are a great crowd. You are a very participative crowd. Fantastic. Okay, next you can do Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is something which is known to everybody thanks to Ramdev Babaji.
Yeah.
Only thing is in Kapalbhati, don't expect exercise in Kapalbhati. Don't expect that your stomach will go in and all that. वो सब नहीं है. Kapalbhati is to just exhale out air from the upper respiratory tract and focus on the center of the forehead and try to remove the thoughts, try to remove the toxins from the forehead area. तो ये आप किसी अच्छे टीचर के साथ सीख सकते हैं. This is not, I think, the forum where you can teach it. Then there are two pranayams. Anulom Vilom is what we learned now. Anulom
Nadi
Vilom or
Shodhan.
Nadi Shodhan is the same thing. That is, you have to do every day to keep the COVID-19 away. Ujjayi pranayam or ocean breathing is something, again, you have to learn from a proper teacher and do it at least 5 to 10 times daily to keep your respiratory tract in order. Once in at least 15 days or 8 days, you should do the Vaman Dhauti. The Vaman Dhauti is Ridha Dhauti. It will remove out phlegm from your respiratory tract. That is highly recommended for working against the COVID-19. Then there are asanas like which give you forward the backward extension, like Bhujangasana is there, or the Chakrasana is there, Salab Ushtrasana is there. So these are all asanas which you can do. Apart from that, there is extension which you get in the Gomukhasana, the cow mouth pose. Then there are, as Sandhya said, this forward bending of Paschimottanasana. Then the working on Vakrasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana for
Spine.
twisting. For
Just
again
remember
generating.
spine and moving the spine in all the direction. I'll do it again. This is my spine, vertical lengthening of the spine, forward bending of the spine, backward bending of the spine, twisting of my spine, and then lateral bending of the spine, all this, and inverted spine also, like Shirshasana or Sarvangasana.
If you are able to do Sarvangasana,
So ये सारी
or-
मूवमेंट मुझे करनी ही है.
तो ये आप करेंगे तो I don't think COVID will be interested in you anymore. Okay, Corona will run away from you because he is very allergic to these things. So I think we will close our session here. I hope this was understandable and it gave some value to you and you found it interesting and workable in your life to adopt certain things in your life so that you can benefit from it. Stan, over to you.
Yeah, thank you Nitin and Sandhya. I think COVID-19 हमको बहुत बहुत कुछ सिखा रहा है कि Zoom के ऊपर भी हम लोग घर पे बैठ के योगा कर सकते हैं. ये भी COVID-19 का एक पॉजिटिव एडवांटेज एक हम लोग ले सकते हैं. So we need to be thankful to whatever is happening around us because we cannot resist. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं, if you resist, if it persists, so अब हमको accept करना है and we have to work towards as to what could be a possible solution within the situation that we have. तो इसके लिए to have a session on a Sunday, Sunday एक तो पूरा अभी छुट्टी का माहौल जैसा है, जितना स्ट्रेस भी आ जाएगा, लोग थोड़ा ज्यादा सोते भी हैं. And on a Sunday afternoon तो लोगों को तो मतलब ये हक बनता है कि भाई सोएं. But इस दौरान भी I think we had close to 120 people doing yoga. I think it's crazy. So thank you so much, everybody for participating, and thank you Sandhya and Nitin for giving your valuable time and also a lot of valuable tips. Of course, I understand हम लोग थोड़ा भी trial and error कर रहे हैं क्योंकि Zoom is new to a lot of people and Zoom के ऊपर क्या technique से we can make yoga very effective is something that we all need to do a little bit of trial. तो उसमें हो सकता है कि there could be a small.
By the way, Stan, we are doing regularly these online classes of Asana Pranayam, and also we have recently started a teacher training course which is entirely exclusively online.
Yeah.
That's
So there are.
since we are used to doing that previously, also they are trying to.
Perfect.
They're having
And
asana class and pranayam meditation class also happening.
yeah, can you also talk about the course that you're offering to people? जहाँ भी हैं, especially I guess I don't know whether it's Mumbai or anywhere else. So
Anywhere, actually, this is New Age Yoga Institute is a government certified yoga teacher training school, and we have had till now about 200 teachers who are trained with us, and more than 150 or 160 teachers are certified. Some of them are already here. Please raise your hands.
Teachers,
Please raise your hand. So some of you are already here, and that has been already always an offline class, but we always give a support of an online facility for people who could not come physically. But
Okay.
now we have started a 2 months course which is exclusively online, and there are people from the US, people from Dubai,
Singapore.
One person is from Singapore, and then one from somewhere in Rajasthan.
One is in neighborhood.
Yeah,
Andheri
Andheri
में
also.
भी है.
Okay, so
the COVID.
so जैसे हम लोग अभी कोविड की बात करते हैं और लगातार हमारे वेबिनार में सब एक्सपर्ट यही कहते हैं कि कोविड-19 ने और जो लॉकडाउन ने ये जियोग्राफिकल एंड रीजनल और लिंग्विस्टिक ये बैरियर को सब तोड़ दिया है. Today the humanity is one force, and today I also want to mention when we are doing it, so as professionals of yoga, you're doing a great work to the humanity, because now it's not only considered as a medicinal therapy under Ayush, but the whole the world is wanting to experience the benefits of yoga. So thank you very much for that. As a professional, you are actually contributing towards nation building and trying to help people to de-stress themselves, increase the immunity. And yoga, जो simple घर पे बैठ के without much of an investment, you don't need heavy equipments and all that. It's just a mat and a little bit of space that is required. So there are a couple of questions that we have here. So if you can answer that. जब ये आसनास करते हैं, is there a particular sequence कि पहले ये करना चाहिए, उसके बाद में ये करना चाहिए? Is there any particular sequence, or you can do it randomly?
Yes, there is. So you normally start with the Sukshma Vyayam or the joint mobility movements first. So once the body is ready, then you do the asana like a standing asana, then sitting asana, then supine or sleeping asana. That will be a generic flow of the asana. That is how we will be doing.
Yeah, okay. So I'm sure, you can search for Sandhya Patki and Nitin Patki on Google. They'll have a lot of videos on YouTube, so you can get in touch with them. And I absolutely thank everybody for being so supportive. Just at the end, I just want to tell you that, there are a lot of people who are actually contributing. Today, अगर आप मन की बात Prime Minister का कुछ reference करें, he actually mentioned that today it's a people's movement. It's, every person, हर एक व्यक्ति एक सोल्जर बन के कोविड-19 के ये लॉकडाउन फेज में एक दूसरे की मदद कर रहे हैं. And then it's not driven by any policy decisions by the government alone. Of course, government is taking a lot of initiative and leadership, but at the same time it has to be the responsibility of every individual. So I would like to play a small video as to what's happening at the end of the while I finish, because जैसे हम लोगों ने war time में देखा है कि people who are soldiers, who are सरहद में हमारे लिए लड़ते हैं, तो they become like heroes. But today the real heroes are the people who are working in the medical field, doctors, nurses, paramedical force, people who are into the whole ecosystem of healthcare industry. क्योंकि हम जान बचाने के लिए बाहर नहीं जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमको मतलब कोई सामने भी आ जाएगा तो हमको ऐसा थोड़ा सा डर लगता है कि नहीं, इनको कुछ ये पॉजिटिव है तो हमको भी लग जाए. तो we are taking a lot of precautions, but just spare a thought for the medical world's professionals. उनको पता है कि इस व्यक्ति को पॉजिटिव केस है, or there are a lot of people who have lost their life, that there are dead bodies lying in the hospitals, and they need to be moved to maybe an ambulance or hospital or anywhere else. So ये सब वो करते हैं. So I think a lot of credit goes to them, because they are the people who are actually safeguarding us. But in spite of that, we also have a lot of people who don't really understand this. And there's a beautiful song that I want there's a video that I want you all to listen to. Please spare a couple of minutes for this.
बार डॉक्टर्स भगवान का रूप होते हैं, पर आज ऐसा लगता है कि कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने की इस चुनौती की घड़ियों में भगवान ने ही डॉक्टर्स का रूप ले लिया।
Okay, so wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah, fantastic, great.
Fantastic.
Yep. So, we need to be really thankful to the entire health industry and the whole ecosystem. Usme medical fraternity and every professionals aate hain. So we are very very privileged. हमारे पास बहुत सारी सुविधाएं हैं. We are sitting in our comforts, our houses. So our thought goes out to a lot of sections of the society who are struggling. So let's all unitedly create this kind of an intention that, let this pandemic go away as soon as possible. There may be vaccination invention as soon as possible. And, every one of us, let's take responsibility to take care of our own health and health of our family members. तो इसके लिए फिर दोहराना चाहूँगा, let's stay at home, let's stay safe, let's follow all the guidelines that have been given by the healthcare ministry or the government or the regulatory authorities, and let's take care of ourselves and not go out and then go out only for essentials or medicines. And wherever there is a relaxation which will be known to you, let's be very careful, create social distancing and ensure that the virus does not really take advantage of our misadventures. So ये हम लोग करेंगे. And thank you so much for being here on a Sunday evening. Like we do a webinar every day. So there will be a webinar tomorrow, and the speaker is going to be Dr. Biren Banerjee from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. He's going to talk about the wellness quotient from your genetics. So, how understanding your genes, understanding your genetics and the entire genetic makeup, you can experience wellness by knowing a complete knowledge of your genetic makeup, and you can take precautions and enhance your immunity by understanding your genetics. So ये topic के ऊपर हम लोग कल बात करेंगे. That the genetics webinar is going to happen at 8 o'clock tomorrow. तो उसका भी हम लोग आपको
8 o'clock in the evening, right?
Yeah, that's right. 8 p.m. 8 in the evening. Every day we do that, and today it was actually preponed to 5 o'clock. So वो invitation भी हम लोग दे देंगे. So तब तक you enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. ज़्यादा ऐसा लगता नहीं है कि weekday और weekend में ज़्यादा फर्क है. But then it's a Sunday, so enjoy your Sunday evening and look forward to see you with more people, your friends, and all near and dear ones to understand genetics tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So till that time, take care of your health. And once again, big thank you to Sandhya and Nitin Patke for your valuable contribution.
Thank you very much, Stan and Velocity team.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Have a nice evening. Bye.